Today on For the Record.
It's like a mini city that's running, and you know, it's never ending.
We go inside Kennywood's Holiday Lights.
It is an all year long endeavor for us.
How this Pittsburgh holiday tradition continues to grow.
It's constantly transforming, the park is constantly moving, and we're always getting ready and looking forward ahead to what's coming up.
And what you can expect if you pay a visit to the park this holiday season.
You've never seen Kennywood like this before.
For the Record starts now. And we welcome you to For the Record. I'm Ryan Recker. Today, a Pittsburgh holiday tradition. Kennywood's Holiday Lights, as I learn how this event has grown ever since launching in 2011, and also what is new this year and why this year is the biggest one yet. Let's start things off by heading over to Kennywood's Celebration Station and my interview with General Manager Ricky Spicuzza. Okay, Ricky, here we are inside of Celebration Station, which has been transformed into a holiday experience. Tell us what goes on in here.
Yeah, well, this is probably the most exciting area of the park because guess who's here? Santa Claus is here every night at Holiday Lights, and you get to come into Celebration Station and walk through these pathways, and all the elves are here ready to talk to you a little bit about your trip with Santa.
And this is kind of the ground, the area here where there's a lot of anticipation because, like you said, can't see Santa here. He's right around the corner. So
yeah,
a lot of anticipation.
Yeah, when the team put it together, you know, we thought it was really important when kids come through that you don't get to see Santa right away. You know, it's more of an experience. So they get to meander through the pathways just like they're coming into maybe a shop that you'd see at the North Pole. But it's a really great experience the team pulled off this year, and it's unlike anything we've ever done at Kennywood for Santa this year. So we gave him a really nice home.
And certainly noteworthy is also the display and the decorations put together by your team here.
Yeah, all in-house, and you know, they really take pride in doing all this, and I think that's what sets the bar much higher than anywhere else. It's really immersive, and you know, you got a sense of pride when you have your own team doing this and using their own resources and making such a great place.
As you look at Kennywood as a whole, Ricky, and you're someone that has worked here for quite some time, how do you describe how Kennywood has evolved to incorporate all seasons? So many of us that grew up here knew it as a summertime place, and then once, you know, right around Labor Day or so hit, that was it for the season until spring came around. Now it's a different story.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we've evolved tremendously, and I think that's what has kept Kennywood so successful through the years. And what makes Kennywood so unique, you know, if you visited the park 100 years ago, you can still see some of those things today. But why Kennywood survived is because they always move forward with the times, doing the right modern things, but still maintaining the old classics. And I think that's what makes Kennywood top of the line throughout the industry.
What has impressed you most about how Holiday Lights has taken off and has grown and gotten bigger and better each year?
Well, it's my personal favorite time of the year at Kennywood to see this transformed. You know, over 3 million lights in the park, and there's so many themed areas. So when you walk through different areas, you're going to see the way the lights are. We have a candy cane lane, and when you walk through that area, you'll actually smell peppermint and candy canes. And when you walk through our new gingerbread junction area, you could smell fresh gingerbread cookies. And then you can also make your own cookies in that area as well. So it's really become an immersive experience unlike anything we've done before, especially when you think back to starting the event, where it's evolved to. It's one of the best in the industry right now. And when you come here, it's just something you've never seen Kennywood like this before.
And because this is now a year-round attraction, Kennywood Park, we have to talk about planning. So planning for this, where we're standing now, takes place in the summer, and now you're already looking forward to planning events for the spring.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we're always ahead of it. You know, we have a joke here at the park. As soon as we celebrate the 4th of July holiday, we're already moving on to Phantom Fall Fest and Holiday Lights. And some of our fans that are here often will notice when those things start popping up in the park, it's all happening at the same time. But we're planning way ahead every event, and like now, we're planning on a brand new springtime event that I can't talk about too much just yet, but I think it's something that our guests are really going to enjoy next year.
And as we talk about the future, obviously the park came under new ownership this year with Hershen Entertainment. What does that mean for future events, perhaps future partnerships within the company?
Well, we're so excited to be a part of Herschend, and what you're going to see is many of the things that you've come to love at Kennywood. You're going to still see the same great events that that have been a staple at the park. Just like next year, we're going to introduce a brand new springtime event that I can't give all the details away yet, but you're going to see that happening. And then you're going to see the legacy events that we have continue, like Bites and Pints Food and Drink Festival. That's one of my favorite times of the year. And then we'll move into our All-American Summer, where we're actually going to be celebrating America's 250th. But then we have the great events that have been here for a very long time, like our Fall Fantasy Parades that happen in August. And then our most popular two events, Phantom Fall Fest and Holiday Lights.
And during Holiday Lights, we saw an appearance from a member of the Globetrotters, which also falls under the Herschend umbrella. Could you see more of that synergy or partnership with the other brands and businesses that they oversee in the future?
Yeah, that we're excited to be a part of that family, and I think there's always going to be those meshing or synergies that happen throughout there. But that's something that maybe we'll see in a few years.
For someone that's been here a long time, for someone that grew up here, how would you describe the spirit of Kennywood Park? How do you define that?
Well, the spirit starts with the team. We truly do have the best team around, and from our maintenance team to behind the scenes, carpenters, electricians, plumbing, grounds. I mean, there's so much pride at this park, and I think that's what makes the difference. And it's a constant spirit because people really get excited about the product we're putting out. So when you come to these great events like our Phantom Fall Fest and Holiday Lights, it's the in-house team doing all this. They're coming up with it from start to finish, all the design phases, and you have to have that sense of pride to make that product great, and our team has that.
And what has it meant to you to see the balance that Kennywood strikes with honoring the past, with the nostalgia, with obviously paying respect to all the old-time favorites that people want to come back and see year after year, but again, also moving forward, also evolving and bringing new ideas to the table?
Yeah, everything we do, we always look back at our history in anything that we're doing, because we love to put out those little Easter eggs or a nod to something from the past. Just when you look in this area alone at our Kennywood Junction, or now Gingerbread Junction, there's a lot of historical signs throughout this area that kind of fit with the theming. That's something we're always thinking about because our history is very important to us, and I think that's why we're still here after 128 years. And I think that's what you'll continue to see at Kennywood. That's what we're always looking at, how we can blend the thrilling and the modern with the nostalgic.
Your favorite ride growing up?
My favorite ride growing up is very, very controversial because I was not a ride person growing up, but I had a trip where I was probably pulled onto the Jackrabbit, maybe against my excitement, but the Jackrabbit has always been a favorite after that.
Still going strong?
Yeah, after 125 years, and it's still here.
You talk about the operations and the turnover here going from one season to the next and thinking ahead. What perhaps is overlooked, but not to be forgotten, is the work that your staff does here in these cold winter months in the off season, the upkeep, the maintenance. That's an important job.
It's definitely the most important thing we do. And you know what? I don't think people don't realize it, and they really shouldn't. But what goes on behind the scenes here is amazing. And we have the best team around doing this. And it comes down to everybody that is working in maintenance. We have plumbers, electricians, carpenters, ride technicians, and then we have painters and all this behind the scene work. But the prep starts really early, and it's really important for us, but it's amazing what goes on here. It's like a mini city that's running, and it's never ending because our season, as you know, is really, really long, and we have to be on our A game to make sure that that's the way we keep the park running.
I think there's something to be said when thinking of some of those employees. These are folks that have been here, some going on 50 years. That says something about this place.
Yeah, I've been here 24 years and I'm on the lower side. We have a lot of people that are well above 40 years. We have a couple members of our team celebrating their 50th year at the park. And that's such a common theme here when you talk to everybody. It's a team that's dedicated and have been here such a long time. So you can imagine that's why Kennywood, I think, has this great energy, because of the energy behind the scenes and the love that the people have for the park.
Still ahead on For the Record.
We started with 1 million lights. We're up to 3 million.
More on how Kennywood's Holiday Lights has grown over the years. Welcome back to For the Record as we learn about the ever-growing tradition of Kennywood's Holiday Lights, which this year has its longest season yet, extending to January 4th. And now for more, here's my conversation with Kennywood Operations Manager Marie Ruby. Marie, for so many of us that grew up here in Pittsburgh, we remember Kennywood as just a summertime place. You know, the end of summer hits and Kennywood's closed for the rest of the season. But that changed a couple of decades plus, and now here we are right in the midst of the holiday season and another season of Holiday Lights. Tell us about the thrill of putting that together.
Oh, it's an ongoing process for us, and we enjoy it a lot. We start putting up for our holiday season in August, and we basically, it goes all the way through. We don't actually take the last Christmas light down until the end of March, so it is an all year long endeavor for us.
So when you talk about that endeavor, you oversee that operation. What is that like in terms of staff, in terms of number of lights? Take us through that process.
So we put up over 3 million lights for our Holiday Lights season. It takes a very large team of people for that to coordinate together. We have a team of 20 plus people that just hang lights. We also have our artists and our carpenters and our electricians that all have pieces in this whole puzzle that we put together. So it takes a very large group of people and much cooperation amongst all of our departments to pull it together.
How have you seen it grown in terms of lights, in terms of attractions, and all of those things involved?
Every year since our first year, we've grown considerably. We started with 1 million lights. We're up to 3 million. We had only part of the park open in the beginning, and now we have almost all of it open. We add attractions every year. We have our model trains. We have our new Rudolph experience. We change some of our light-themed areas. Like this year, we put in some themed areas called our Northern Lights area, which is up by our Dancing Waters. So we try to make it new and different every year for our guests.
You're in the thick of this every day, but what is it like if you can step back and separate yourself from what you do day to day to see the thrill of the folks that come here to experience all of this?
Oh, I love watching the people come in, especially, through our tunnel. So when they walk through the tunnel, they walk right into the park, and then you can just see on their eyes, especially with the young children, that it's just like a wow, like Christmas morning to them.
What do you think this has done for Kennywood and the evolution of Kennywood Park? Again, not just being that summertime type place, that this is now a place that people are going to look forward to coming to throughout all seasons.
Oh yes, absolutely. So at this point, Kennywood is a destination that a family can come at least a few visits a year. Summertime for our Fall Fest, and then again for Holiday Lights. So it's almost a year-round venture now for people to enjoy.
I don't want you to leave any out, but if you could pick out 3 to 5 or a half dozen of the favorite attractions, when you hear feedback from folks that come here, what do they love about Holiday Lights?
I think the favorite attractions that people come to see for Holiday Lights is, of course, the lights themselves. They also like to go on the Jackrabbit, which is a coaster in the winter, which I think people get a thrill out of that. They enjoy our model train exhibit, which is in our arcade. And of course, they come for the potato patch fries because everybody wants them all year long.
It's also worth mentioning that the Holiday Lights experience does not stop right at Christmas. This will extend a few days into the new year, 2026.
Yes, absolutely. We will continue operating weekends until December 19th, and then we'll go December 19th through January 4th, with the exception of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Marie, you're coming up on 4 decades here at Kennywood. You've seen a lot, obviously, here during your time. But how have things changed since the day or the moment you started to now? How would you explain what Kennywood is now versus then?
I think Kennywood, over the 4 decades, has evolved, and it has added brand new attractions while keeping the traditions alive with our other attractions like the Old Mill and the Whip and the Jackrabbit. But of course, the new attractions like the Steel Curtain and the Phantom. We continuously evolve, and we move forward, and while keeping the traditions alive from where we started.
What keeps you going here? What keeps a smile on your face? You're obviously smiling throughout this process, which is great to see, as is the entire staff here. But what keeps you thrilled about coming here to work at Kennywood Park?
It's really the guests, seeing that their faces light up. A small child for the first ride on the Jackrabbit. That's what keeps me going.
For someone that's worked here a long time, if I were to ask you, how do you define the spirit of Kennywood Park? What would you say?
I would say the spirit of Kennywood you can see in both of our hosts and our guests that come here. They like to come back again and again and enjoy it and work here.
Still ahead, we look at the brand new holiday lights fixture to arrive at Kennywood this year. We welcome you back to For the Record as we continue to follow Kennywood's holiday traditions. And I catch up with the Parks Director of Marketing to learn about a new feature that is set to be a permanent fixture at Holiday Lights. Well, Chandler, you've worked here for a long time. You grew up coming here to Kennywood Park. What kind of thrill is it for you as a staff member to see Kennywood constantly buzzing from season to season, from the summer into the fall, into the holiday season?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see. I mean, there's so much work that goes into transforming the park each season and bringing those new experiences to our guests and seeing them enjoy, everything we have to offer. Is just incredibly exciting and thrilling for us.
You talk about the experiences. What are the highlights here? What really thrills people when you go through the experiences, and what are some new ones here in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, Holiday Lights this year is our longest ever, running through January 4th. We have a ton of new things for guests to do. We have our fan favorite Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer meet and greet experience that is returning from last year. We also have the state's tallest Christmas tree standing at 100 feet. We have over 3 million lights and over 25 rides and attractions for guests to experience during the Christmas season.
So when you say the state's tallest Christmas tree, someone will say, how does Kennywood own the state's tallest Christmas tree? Take us through some background on that.
Yeah, so that was an addition, I believe, way back in 2015. It is 100 feet tall. It includes over 250,000 lights. And we have a huge tree lighting ceremony every night that we get guests involved in the experience. But it is a pretty impressive sight to see when those lights turn on and that tree just illuminate the entire area around the lagoon.
And what I find fascinating is, we think holidays, we just think this section of the year, but this process begins in the summertime here.
It does, yeah. I mean, there's always work going on, behind the scenes, coming up with the new experiences for our guests during both Phantom Fall Fest and Holiday Lights. And a lot of that groundwork is done months in advance. And you'll even see, coming to Kennywood during the Halloween season, that there are lights kind of popping up around the area, different areas and stuff. So it's constantly transforming, the park is constantly moving, and we're always getting ready and looking forward ahead to what's coming up.
You mentioned you started here during Holiday Lights selling hot chocolate. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about one of your other new features and contests here, featuring a rather large cup of hot chocolate. Give us those details.
Yeah, so we're really excited. The Colossal Hot Chocolate Cup sweepstakes, which just wrapped. It is a massive 14-foot tall photo op for our guests that is very impactful, very exciting. We've had a lot of fun with it. Our team has had a lot of fun putting together, this massive new staple that will become a permanent fixture here at Holiday Lights. And we just thought that it would be fun and an engaging way to really celebrate the season and also our biggest Holiday Lights yet.
Once again, for someone that's from the area, that's worked here a long time, what does it mean to you to see a Pittsburgh staple, a place where people grew up coming here? They have an attachment to it. What's it mean for you to see it improve, get bigger and better each and every year?
For me, it's very exciting. Personally, I have a lot of connections to the park itself. Growing up, coming here, working here, throughout high school and college, and seeing it thrive and seeing it do so well, and seeing it, constantly evolve and change is just really exciting. And I, look forward to the future and all the excitement that we have planned.
And ahead in just 2 minutes.
Kennywood holds such a special place to my family, as you can imagine.
How Kennywood has been home to some real-life love stories. Welcome back to For the Record, and before we say so long, a personal note from Kennywood General Manager Ricky Spacuzza once again as he shares how his life is the embodiment of a true Kennywood love story. When you talk about connections to Kennywood, I dare anyone to find one better than yours because it's not just professional, it's personal.
That's right.
You met your wife here. Not only did that take place, but your brother met his wife here as well. Literally all in the family.
Yeah, you know, my sister actually worked at Sandcastle. My brother and I worked at Kennywood. I met my wife working in the food department. I started at the Pagoda here at Kennywood, and she worked at the pizza place. So, you know, that kind of really Kennywood holds such a special place to my family, as you can imagine. And my brother met his wife here as well. So, you know, that's not a uncommon story. There's many stories like that at Kennywood of all the relationships and with friends and family and turning into spouses.
And that is a perfect way to wrap things up for this episode. And for all of us here at For the Record, we want to wish you a happy holiday season. We will see you next Sunday morning right here at 11 a.m. Have a great week and a Merry Christmas.